First at 5 o'clock, a man wanted in Missouri is now in the Tulsa County Jail accused of cutting a woman's throat on a city bus at the downtown bus station. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lori Fulbright.
And I'm Jonathan Cooper. Police say it was a random attack. This is the second random knife attack in Tulsa in 2 weeks. Police tell News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter these types of attacks are fairly rare, and that's why this is so concerning. Reagan?
Lauren, Jonathan, I talked to several people today who ride the bus every day who say they don't feel as safe anymore. One man told me he's seen people carrying large knives on the bus several times and didn't think much of it until now. Robert Rhodes and the victim got on the city bus at 81st and Lewis Sunday afternoon and rode to downtown Tulsa. Witnesses told police Rhodes sat right behind the victim and had a large knife on his lap. The two didn't talk at all, but as soon as the bus stopped, the witnesses say he attacked her.
As they're getting to get off the bus, they stand up, he stands up, takes a knife and slices her right in the throat and just takes off.
Several people told officers what the suspect looked like, and officers quickly found Rhodes down the street.
They get him handcuffed and secured, find a knife in his pocket, has blood on his shirt, has blood on his collar, has blood on the knife. He doesn't offer any resistance when we arrest him. They take him, they bring him down to the detective division to be interviewed. He doesn't offer any explanation for what happened.
The majority of violent crime in the city happens between people who know each other, so random attacks are fairly rare. Police arrested Jesse Brown 2 weeks ago after they say he attacked a woman he didn't know with a knife at Turkey Mountain. Police say they don't want people to live in fear, but people need to pay attention.
It shocks the conscience when you have these crimes of these apparent victims who have done nothing. They don't know their attackers, and they've been victimized. Keep your head in a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings. If you think that someone's dangerous, get some distance. Distance equals time.
Now, police say Rhodes is wanted in Missouri for domestic assault. Jonathan, some good news, though. Police say the victim is still in the hospital, but is expected to survive.
Okay, Reagan, thank you. And MetroLink bans weapons of any kind. The only exceptions are holstered handguns for self-defense or transporting unloaded rifles and shotguns in a case. MetroLink can suspend riders for violating.
All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And there you see this similar stabbing attack, similar to the one that was done in Charlotte, North Carolina, that had President Trump making viral videos and everybody talking about the violence of attacks on innocent people. This happened before that, on August the 4th, where this man that you just saw, Robert Rhodes, got onto the train or the bus with the lady, sat behind her with the knife on his lap, and then soon as the bus stopped, he reached around and slashed the lady's throat. Gets off the bus. People on the bus help. This time they help, and they point police in the right direction, and the police find out that this guy is already wanted from Missouri on a charge of domestic violence. And so I don't know why that this incident has not gotten the same amount of coverage that the Charlotte light rail incident happened. Well, I do know why, because as you see, and as we pointed out in many of the recent videos, when the perpetrator of violence in this nation is white, it is somewhat covered up. It is somewhat minuscule in comparison to when the victims are white. In this case, they do not show you any picture of the victim. And it is my assertion that that is because maybe the victim was black. I don't have any proof. I've looked it up. They have not had any photos of this particular victim that I can see. But fortunately for this situation, the quote unquote victim lived. And they said that he offered no explanations to why he randomly stabbed this person. And this once again speaks to a larger narrative that I've seen. Like these, I'm just have to be honest, these white people are just exploding in rages of violence between them and their loved ones, them and, you know, random people on the streets. I've received a cache, a myriad of videos showing this just unmitigated violence that is just exploding. I mean, you're going to see it within a couple of weeks. I have several videos that I haven't even released yet. But you know, this is definitely concerning. And as I always revert back to, is the history of violence of this nation, where you cannot continue to be violent towards people in this nation and also people without the nation. Many people don't, you know, realize how many wars, how many conflicts, how many strikes or missions or democracy freedoms, whatever they want to call the wars that they send our soldiers to fight. People don't realize how many of these things that we have inflicted pain and terror on other people of other nations, men, women, and children, elderly, who have been affected by the quote unquote democracy for freedom. But when I see this, once again, I just, you know, you can't spill blood in other places and don't expect for blood to be eventually spilled on your place. And so I don't know, once again, the demographics of this entire situation, but I do know that this situation right here did not get as much airplay as the other situation in Charlotte, in which this situation happened before then. And so you have to ask yourself why. Also, why is there not a national outcry about, you know, this particular victim, as there was that particular victim, which was a Ukrainian refugee. And that may have something to do with it because, you know, when you have a country behind you, they oftentimes, you know, have the ability or the power to check the nation that does something to you. But nevertheless, once again, this happened on August the 4th, a month ago, and we've heard nothing of it. Somebody had to send that to me in regards to another video I sent out. And here we are exposing this truth as well. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. And if you do like this content, please do me a huge favor. If you want this station to grow and continue to, you know, have these videos to be pushed out in the algorithm, please subscribe to the channel. But of course, you know, I thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, and commenting as well. And y'all see the number 919-587-7782. As always, peace and blessings. Scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now.